Hey everyone, Dr. Sheniqua Johnson here, aka Sheniqua Inspires. You all have been such a blessing to me with all of your amazing feedback. You really love these 3-tip videos, and I am so ecstatic to bring you more. So today's video, we are going to talk about 3 tips on how to find purpose in your problems. I bet you think it's not possible, but I jotted down some notes to show you that it is. So make certain that you get your notebooks, your pens, your water, because you know your girl is still doing the water challenge and I'm doing fabulous at it. And that means even if I'm doing my recordings, I got to take my water. So make certain you got everything that you need so that you are prepared to soak in all of these nuggets. So are you ready? Let's dive into it. So we are again talking about 3 tips on how to find purpose in your problems. The first one, I want you to reflect on the lessons. What lessons are you going to learn from these trials? What is it? And I know some of you think that, when life starts lifing, we know how to deal with when life starts lifing, because that was another 3-tip video. So you want to make certain you go back and check that out. However, when life starts lifing, you have to be able to peel back the layers of that problem so that you can reflect on the lessons. So we want to make certain that because there's always value. There's always value from the things that we go through. And these lessons often make us stronger. They help us to grow. We definitely gained some resiliency from it. Yeah. And we now are better equipped to handle the problem if it chooses to come back, whether it comes back the same or in a different caliber. So I want you to always try your very best. I know when the problem starts probleming, you want to try your very best to reflect on the lesson. Tip number 2. This one is probably my favorite. It seems like number 2 is usually my favorite, but this one is definitely one of my faves, and it is to focus on your personal growth. Baby, I know it's not about you, but it's about you. So you get to focus on you. What is this problem going to teach you? And oftentimes it shifts your perspective on life. I know for me, one of the biggest problems, I want to call it a setback, but I'm not going to call it a setback. When I was going through it, I felt as though it was a setback. I had often spoke about when my niece Sheniqua had gotten shot. I often spoke about how I was at the height of my career. I was thriving and striving in business. And then I was on my way to this personal development retreat. I was at the top of my game. And then all of a sudden, when this happened, I felt like I spiraled down, like I had made it and climbed my way up to the top. And I viewed death as a setback. I felt that it was something that pulled me down. But what I've learned over the years, because again, time doesn't heal, but time does give you the opportunity to 1, reflect on the lessons, and 2, to focus on your personal growth. And I can truly and honestly say that I have grown from that. And if not, if the only part that I grew was mentally, then that was a blessing. And so when you are faced with a problem, I know it's going to be hard, but I do want you to take a moment. I'm giving you permission. Take a little time to reflect on, I want you to reflect on where are the lessons? What can you learn? But I also want you to look and be intentional about your growth and development. So when you're going through a problem, sometimes that personal growth will help you to shift how you see things. Right? It can help you shift the way you see things. So where you might see it as a setback, it actually can become a set up for your success. And I also attribute it to being likened to a rubber band. I wish I had a rubber band around here. Wait, I got this phone here. This is my sample, my pretend. Everybody use your imagination and pretend this is a rubber band, right? You know how the rubber band has that elasticity. But think of your problems. I'm going to hold it like this. Think of your problems like the part that's pulling. It's pulling. And it's like, oh my God, why do I have to go through this? Why me, Lord? But guess what? It as though it looks on, depending on how your mindset is, you might feel like you're being pulled, you're being stretched, you're not going to be able to take any more. You're at your wits' ends. But guess what? If I had a marble in here, the more I pull it back, the further the marble is now going to go. I'm not going to sling this, y'all, because it's going to hurt my fingers and y'all don't want to see me cry on camera. But the further I pull this back, if I had a pebble or a marble, when I shoot it, oh, let me just tough it up. Phew, that was weak. Because it's not really a rubber band. If it were a real rubber band, it would have done that, right? But the trajectory, so the pullback, the setback as we see it. So one person may look at it as a setback, but somebody else might say, this is what I needed. I needed this moment, this opportunity to sit still. I know I've said this about depression. Now, nobody likes depression. I don't like depression. I don't want depression to come. I don't wish depression upon nobody. But one of the things that I do say that depression taught me, it taught me how to tend to myself. It told me that it was okay to lay in the bed. Yes, I know, the dishes needed to be washed. Yes, I know that the children needed to be tended to. But depression told me that it was self-time. So again, without my new mindset, the old me would be like, oh my God, depression, I'm not getting anything done. The new, the more evolved me, the one that is focused on my personal growth and development, I look at it as, oh, that's a signal. That means it's self-care time. That means I need to steal away and I need to be with myself. So now that my mind is set about that, I now know my ways. So I can see it coming. When I start feeling some kind of a way, I can say, wait, trigger, wait. Let me go tend to myself. I know you need me for this, but give me 5 minutes. So when you are going through these things as we view as problems, they are actually set-ups for your success. So now your mind gets to shift. And when you see that very same thing happening, now you start to know the patterns. And when you see it start coming, you are now stronger than ever. So let me just tell you this. We're going to fast forward. We know how the story ends. We know that all things work together for our good. So guess what? Why are you tripping? What you should be doing is focusing, reflecting on the lesson. And number 2, we love to recap because that's the educator in me. And number 2, focus on your personal growth and development. What skills are being birthed through this problem, through this situation? There's always an advancement. There's always, a promotion. So your problems can literally bring about a promotion. It can take you to that next level. You now are, where you were operating in your B game and the problems happen. Now you've shifted and now you're running at your A game. So let your problems do what your problems are supposed to do. They're supposed to sharpen your skills. They're supposed to groom you in grace. They're supposed to help be the stepping stone so that you can elevate. That's the purpose. So this video is helping you to find the purpose, even in your problems. So again, number 1, reflect on the lessons. Number 2, focus on your personal growth. And then lastly, number 3, please and thank you. Use your experiences to help other people. Please and thank you. Use your experiences to help other people. You might see it as a problem, but someone else sees it as a blueprint that is going to help them to navigate, that is going to help them to avoid, that is going to help them get through to the other side. It reminds me of Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad. Old girl got set free. She made her way to freedom. But guess what? She went back because she said to herself, what good is freedom to me if everyone that I love, everyone that I know is still in bondage? So do me a favor. Be like Harriet Tubman. When you are faced with your problems and you have unlocked the secret to the lessons, you have grown and developed, and now you are a new creation, I want you to go back and help someone else out. And you might be saying, Dr. Sheniqua, well, what if they don't want my help? Because truth be told, what Harriet is known for saying, that she could have freed a whole lot more people, but some people didn't realize that they were slaves. They didn't realize that they were in bondage. But we do have to do, and what we have to remember is we have to put love on top, right? We have to put love on top. And no, that's not Beyonce. That's the Bible. The greatest of these is love. So out of faith, hope, and love, the greatest is love. So we need to learn how to lead people to the other side with love. That is why I penned the book, There's an Angel in Heaven That Calls Me Auntie. Because what God allowed me to do through one of the most darkest times in my life, I was able to pen hope for someone else. It may have come out as grief for me, but when someone opens the book and they read it, it reads like hope. It was written like grief, but it reads like hope. That is how you find purpose in your problems. I hope you enjoyed this, and I want you to come back because I'm here. I got time today. I am here, and I am going to deliver some more nuggets for you so we can start becoming a better you. Not me, a better you. Amen. I'll see you all on the next video. Be blessed. Hi everyone, Dr. Sheniqua Johnson here, aka Sheniqua Inspires. I warmly extend an invitation to each of you to explore my website, sheniquainspires.com. Here you can discover a wealth of inspiration through my books, or whether you're seeking to unlock your peak potential with my personalized accountability coaching, or searching for an inspirational speaker for your next event. I'm here to assist you. Let's connect and discuss how we can work together to achieve your goals. Goodbye for now.